Hello guys, you have the box office numbers here, and the numbers are here for the box office. The number one movie is Mean Girls. They do have global box office for this movie. Mean Girls might become the first big hit of the year, but it needs to make around $90 million globally. International sales are not looking all too promising for this movie, all things considered. So it has not yet to release in Belgium and Germany, and that's it. So international numbers for Mean Girls isn't looking too great. It seems that the negative reception of this movie is negatively impacting the day-to-day box office. So expect a drop-off similar to like 50 to 60% usually seen in most movies. The Beekeeper, of course, because of its more positive reception among its audience, is having a small drop day by day. This isn't too surprising. There was no budget I have found in The Beekeeper. One says $40 million was, but again, no budget has been reported yet. So we'll still add we have still added Beekeeper, but there isn't anything put on for that movie. Walker has passed $500 million globally. The movie is on its way of making $200 million of profits for Warner Brothers, which is a much needed boost they need after all the failures. Warner Brothers, of course, still did way better than Disney this last year. So yeah, they still but again, bankruptcy rumors are still on the room for Warner Bros. Anyone But You has broken even, making $37 million globally, officially breaking into the profitability zone. So yeah, the movie, one of the most profitable movies of the holidays so far is the non-franchise movies. Next is Migration. The movie has made $132 million, which means more than likely next weekend it will break even at the box office. The movie isn't performing as well as Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots, is an outlier, but Migration should be able to break back $100 million domestically. It should still be profitable for Illumination. So yes, this movie is not a flop. It's making a comeback similar to Elemental did. Which again is not too surprising given the fact that it was released in the holidays as well. Again, a movie that opened at this amount will made around $30 to $40 million here. Next movie is Aquaman. Has made $373 million. Again, still doing better than another movie by Warner Brothers. And most likely the losses will go into the rest of the $100 million mark, which is pretty impressive considering the fact that me and many other people thought the movie would make way less money than this. But the movie is definitely slowing down domestically, but not internationally. The movie is not slowing down internationally as well. So, yeah. The movie has released in Japan this week as well, which also helped in international numbers. I do predict the movie will pass around $40 million globally, which is, still, will probably be less than a $100 million loss. It's still a box office failure, but not as much as The Color Purple. Okay, which we'll talk about later on as well. Next is Night Swim, where this movie continues to not do too well at the box office. But again, this movie took almost nothing to make. So yeah, I think the movie needs to make $8 million more globally to break even. Which will make that much money? Will it make that much money to break even? We'll wait to see. The movie has made $29 million globally. It needs to make $8 million more globally to break even. I think it will break even eventually. There's some Indian movie called Gutta Kalim. Indian movies have done way better at the domestic box office than they used to. So yeah, it has made $4 million domestically as well. The Boys in the Boat made $49 million budget movie, made $49 million as well. So yeah, the movie has. I don't know how much money this movie costs. So yeah, next is the Book of Clarence, which I don't know anything about this movie. Probably a box office failure. No one wants to see this movie as well. So yeah, no one wants to see the Book of Clarence. Another box office failure. Next is the Iron Claw, which needs to make $11 million more. Of course, very soon it will be releasing internationally as well. So yeah, international should save it, I think. So yeah, the Iron Claw is almost done if it's box office run. American Fiction has made $5 million. The Color Purple. This movie is a box office failure. This is not very good for Warner Brothers. This movie is a bigger flop than Aquaman is. Of course, the movie has not released internationally yet, but no one wants to see this movie. So as it stands, the movie's gonna lose around $180 million to $170 million for Warner Brothers, which is not too good. So this movie is a bigger flop than Aquaman, which is pretty funny. Next is Poor Things, which made $18 million as well. And The Boy in the Heron is done. Almost done its box office, making $149 million globally as well. Also, Godzilla Minus One is out of the list, making $80 million, making a profit of around $50 million. Hunger Games Battle of the Songbirds and Snakes made $25 million globally. And Ferrari, this movie is effectively done. No, it has updated its global box office to 45 million, but the loss should still be in the $200 million range. Trolls Band Together made $204 million global, but the movie is effectively done. The reason I talk about all these other movies is because they really sold in the theaters and no one watched it. Again, people have been begging that Disney to re-release the movies, but those like of the Arena, re-release that no one watched in 2020, well, Soul, the re-release that everybody was begging for, no one watched. Well, this would provide still some extra money for Disney, all things considered. Also, Oppenheimer got a re-release and will update its international global total. Here is the worldwide totals for each movie. The Color Purple and Ferrari are the two big flops of this holiday season. Aquaman's another as a negative $143 million as well. Still makes more money than the Marvels, which is the funniest thing in the world. The Marvels, is at a negative 200 for actually the worldwide gross is like at 245 million. So this is also done at the box office as well. I think it probably will still make more money internationally, but I don't really think it's gonna be enough for that movie. Napoleon, and Killers of the Flower Moon. Both movies are massive failures, but they really are just giant advertisers for Apple TV Plus. There's no budget for the Beekeeper, so we'll look out for the Beekeeper budget in the next couple of days. See if we find it. Night Swim should be able to Night Swim and Ironclad by Grayson should be able to break even. Night Swim will probably be able to make 8 million worldwide. Ironclad doesn't have international sales yet, and will release international sales by the end of the month as well. God and Wonka should be able to keep making money, and Mike Grayson should be able to break even. Because it's gonna probably make 8 million more domestically. It'll probably pass on a million. Wait, it barely passed on $1 million domestically, like Trolls did as well. But Mike Grayson should be a warning side for Illumination that the formula doesn't always work as well. Also, they won't see much advertising for Mike Grayson either. Even then, the movie still made Illumination still pulled the impossible and the movie made money. But I don't foresee a sequels to Mike Grayson coming anytime soon. But the movie's also before it's over to another movie called The Bad Guys, which also was a original movie by DreamWorks, and it ranked out this similar to Mike Grayson as well. So yeah, the box office is rather weak for the as well, and also on the Monday sales on the end, which is Martin Luther King Day as well. But yeah, that's about this video here. Goodbye.